3 Count Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app, that's arenaeats.app, for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order? The last night on NXT, we got two major announcements. One being that we will get, and I know Tim doing his reaction pods loves this one, 2 nights of NXT TakeOver WrestleMania week. The first night, of course, on USA on Wednesday, Thursday night on Peacock and the I guess the WWE network outside of the outside of the US. But then of course the second announcement was because of the shenanigans from the week before, the NXT women get their own tag team titles, the NXT, and they were awarded directly to Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai, who will then proceed to lose them to Shotzi and Ember, which I hated at the time, but I'm better with it because I see where we're going. Big Mama Cool taking on Io Shirai, it would appear at TakeOver. So, let's start at the tag team titles. I don't hate that I shouldn't even say I don't hate. I like that they're getting a secondary title, because I think we even talked about this a week or so ago. Like, did the NXT women's division need more than just one title? And it is a deep roster. It is a fantastic roster. So I actually kind of like that they have a second title, whether it was singles or tag. My issue, if we want to call it that, is if you want them to have tag titles in NXT with the women, why can't you just have them win the WWE women's tag titles and defend them in NXT so that they're a featured element to that show, which the roster is fantastic and with direction, and it makes people actually kind of care more about these tag titles that you've booked terribly throughout their existence. So then when they get defended against a team on Raw or against a team on SmackDown, that it actually feels a little bit bigger and there's a little bit more intrigue to it. Because now you still have the women's tags on Raw and SmackDown that they seemingly have no idea what to do with. At least the NXT ones are isolated there and can't get screwed up by what's happening up top. But I like that they have an extra title. I like that there's something else for that division to fight for, because that division is deep. It is fantastic, and it's only going to get bigger with the classes that continue to develop through the Performance Center.
I think the only issue with your question, Jim, is we've seen, well, I don't even know that we've seen it often, but it's very tough for them to defend belts across brands. And I think that just goes with a storyline and believability aspect of this, because, I mean, I think they're aware that most wrestling fans know that, like, if a champ is visiting another promotion with their title that belongs to a different promotion, they're not leaving that title when they go home.
Okay.
Kind of similar to like when Cena was the US champ and defended it every week. You knew he wasn't losing it. It elevated the belt, sure, but it got to the point where it was like, all right, John, we get it. You're defending the belt. So I think that would be the only issue, because, I mean, if the NXT women have a Raw or a SmackDown women's title, are they defending it on NXT every week against NXT wrestlers, or are they defending it on Raw every week? That would just be the only snag. But I do like them getting a secondary title, like you said. I think it's due for them. I didn't think it needed to be a tag title, but I mean, they have enough people that you can make feasible tag teams in NXT at this point.
Three Count Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app. That's arenaeats.app for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order? Yeah, and now, like, I wouldn't add a second singles title. Like, I think if you're going to add a title to the women's division, it had to be either single or tag. And the way they did it with the kind of the screwy finish a week ago, it gave you that open door, and it made sense to award them to Dakota and Raquel right off the bat instead of doing like another tournament, which NXT kind of beats to death sometimes. So, but yeah, I wouldn't add anything else, and I don't know that they are, but I think you're in a good spot there, Tim.
I think that it's the right thing to do. It kind of sucks that they had to use the actual WWE women's titles to be the catalyst for it. I think that if they had just created their own, nobody would have been the wiser. But on the second thought, like, I mean, I'm cool with the women having their own titles, man. Like having the tag titles. It is such a deep roster, and it's deeper than we even see.
Right.
Because they've got Priscilla Kelly and Zoe Stark. Well, it's not Priscilla Kelly anymore, but Zoe Stark and the three indie girls that they just picked up, plus Taya Valkyrie, and like there's still other women.
Constantly growing division.
Yeah, like there's so many that just haven't done anything yet. So it'd be cool to see how that works out. Yeah, I don't have any problems with it. It sucks Dakota gets like a one and done title reign, but
yeah, but
happenstance.
Yeah, and it's also a little. I felt there was a little strange that like the face Io Shirai is like calling out Raquel, but it's a different way to get to the same it's a different road to get to the same point. Which if it's and if Raquel's the one that is gonna take the title off of Io, I'm here for all of it. She's an absolute star. Intern Mark, your thoughts on the tag titles?
You know what? I'm happy to see NXT have women's tag team championship. Initially, when they created the women's tag team titles, I had very high hopes for an NXT women's team taking the titles, or even the titles being defended more on NXT, and that didn't happen very often. For whatever reason, but I think it's great to have women's tag team belts in NXT from since the main women's tag team titles almost never were defended in NXT.
Yeah, I think twice. I can only remember twice.
Yeah, I can think of twice that it happened, and it's really disappointing because that could have been a huge deal. It'd been a great upset for an NXT team to take it and then go to Raw or SmackDown and defend them. But no, I'm happy to see it. And same thing. I was a little disappointed when Dakota and Raquel dropped the belts immediately, but I do like the idea of Raquel going for the NXT women's belt. So that should be exciting.
Yeah, I mean, I hated it when they lost him right away. I was like, so, like, I get why they were awarded them, but I was like, this is stupid. But then, I mean, because we don't have we're less than a month, till Takeover. So, you have to maximize your time and build a 2-night card. 3 Count Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app, that's arenaeats.app, for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order?